history. I know that we've surely been blessed, coming out of misery to a rising sun in the west. Why should we cling to the earth when we can reach to the sky? I wanna know. It's time that we realize our worth. Stop letting time pass us by, 'cause we've got independent leadership and guidance divine. Indecision is decision, so make up your mind. Stop wasting time and move with conviction. No need to have any fear, got to be mindful of our mission. The victory is near now. Now that we have the truth, let's see if we can be people who really care about humanity. Let's build a world anew, uplift society. It belongs to me and you, responsibility. We've had to face many problems, yeah. Sometimes even hang our heads in disgrace. There just wasn't any answers to the questions. Why we could never seem to find our place. But then we experienced a mind evolution. We begin to strengthen efforts to find the solutions. Searching for the truth and yearning to succeed. The mind's eye revealed the reality that without moral direction, success we could never achieve. We only
yes.
Asking for you.
Okay, okay, all right.
I'm not trying to like ruin certain surprises for you, but I'm not going to take a lot of pictures.
How you doing, Mayor? How you doing, brother?
How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Please, please. Large crowd today.
Real quick, fantastic day, the rededication of Southside Library, but what's missing from that pole?
Georgia State flag. I'm putting up a video on that now.
We can pass, trespass that.
Everybody know me. I took it off.
Yeah, it is.
Built to accommodate citizens living in southern part of Valdosta, the library has been a place for learning, discovery, and connections for generations of patrons. And we are proud to present this new and improved facility, its services and programs. The Southside Library has undergone a major renovation, and the project was made possible by a generous supporting cast, as you can see and review in your program today. First and foremost, I'd like to start off by thanking the immediate past board chairman, Mr. Gary Wisenbaker, please. He is the one that initiated that project here that we're standing upon today to celebrate, and he also influenced the gathering of supporters that majorly donated to this project. So thank you, Gary, for that. As well, I'd like to thank the elected state and city officials that are here today that supported this project, and the strong advocacy from the county commissioners as well. Additionally, the success of this project is credited to the hard work and dedication of the library staff and the contractors on this effort. We are grateful for all of them for their commitment to the completion of this library. And finally, I'd like to thank the community for your patience. It's been a year, over a year, right? Yeah. Right for that. We made it though. I'd like to thank you as community for your patience, and we aim to deliver a library that everyone in the community can be proud to utilize going forward. The renovation project has transformed the Southside Library into a modern, accessible, and an inviting space that meets the diverse needs and interests of our patrons. I cannot wait for you to see what we have in store that's highlighted as a result of this project. You will find many improvements in the Southside Library that are state-of-the-art resources for our community. We invite you to explore and enjoy the library and all that it has to offer going forward. We hope that you will find this library to be a place where you can read, learn, and connect with others in the community. Thank you again for being here today, finally, and we appreciate your support and your patronage. At this time, I'd like to welcome and invite Mr. Miguel Vicente, our Director of the South Georgia Regional Library.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Today is a special day for us because, we are opening a great library, and I know that you have like Mr. Dwayne said, a lot of patients waiting for almost 2 years for this construction. But I want to say thank you, all of you, for your support. I know that without your support, we never can make in this library, for the funding that you give to the library, for all of the ideas, the architect, the IOP, the IPG architect, that they working very hard to do this project, and also the construction company, and also all of the decision makers that made the decision to build and remodel this library. Thank you also for the patience that you have for my English. You know that I'm not from here. Because I'm from the South. I'm very well in the South, okay? In my South, nobody speaks English over there. But I love that you're coming today. Yeah, I think it's a great celebration. Not because also we have the new library building, but what the library means for us. The library helps to equalize the access of information to everybody in the community. And this is great because everybody that visits the library, you can have the same right, the same information that can have anybody from this community. And this is also great for us, you know. As soon as you coming inside of the library, you are like a king and queens because we treat everybody with the same. It doesn't matter what difference do you bring. You come into the library, you're gonna be a king and queen for us. And this is a wonderful thing that we have a place like this. And when I say that we open access to the information, I'm not talking about any kind of information. I'm not talking about information that you can get in Google. It's not like that. I'm talking about reliable information. If you want to know the right information, come into the library. And the library is going to help you with anything else. You know, if you're thinking that we don't have nothing for you, please check the library, check the website that we have with all of the resources that we have for you, and we have for everybody. And bring this because the library is education. You know, it's a place that you can have a second opportunity. Maybe you don't finish the school in some year, but now you can finish your school here, and you can have these people here that want to help you. So this is the place for everybody. And this will represent education, and community without education is nothing. So we want to support the library because we support education. Thank you a lot, and I want to invite the architect, Rob from IPG, and Rob, he's working very hard. You know, I want to say something about Rob. He was the first person that built this library the first time, and now he's doing the second part.
Thank you. Our office thought it would be really fun to bring some books to the library to excite kids and to empower folks relative to architecture, because all of us in our community, we're all looking for help, and we'd like folks to stay in South Georgia and not move away. So we've got a little book for toddlers, a book for grade schoolers, and a book for junior high, and we've got an adult book. So.
And now, I have somebody is special and very special for us. Is the assistant state librarian, Angela Stanley. She is around here, and she is a great advocacy of the library and the state level. She has something to share with us.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Miguel. As Miguel mentioned, my name is Angela Stanley, and I'm Assistant State Librarian and Assistant Vice Chancellor for Library Collaboration and Innovation at the Georgia Public Library Service, which is the state library here in Georgia. And I'm thrilled to join you here today for the grand reopening of your beautiful Southside Library. There is truly no better way to celebrate than to be standing here together before this newly renovated facility, recognizing the hard work and achievements of this deeply dedicated team. A new library is a gift to future generations, and the South Georgia Regional Library System has made exceptional contributions to its community. Dedicated to its mission of supporting literacy development, the library has helped to bridge the digital divide increase access to library services, and establish crucial partnerships that have strengthened its communities. The introduction of the mobile library and the student play card are just two of the most recent examples of SGRL's commitment to serving learners of all ages and locations. This team is a model for how a local library can adapt and operate in today's world as a first-class resource. The South Georgia Regional Library System is important to me on a personal level as well. My husband Patrick, who is also a librarian, was raised in Valdosta, the child of two Valdosta State University educators, Barbara Stanley, retired head of the Department of Middle Grades Education, and Ken Stanley, who spent 21 years as dean of the Valdosta School of Business. The Stanley boys, as the three sons were known, attended Valdosta City Schools and utilized the public library heavily as children, growing up to be voracious readers. My husband and I moved to Valdosta from New York City in 2011, and our daughter was born here. Our little family routinely attended library story times and checked out books both for ourselves and our daughter. Now 11 years old, our daughter too can usually be found curled up with a book or a graphic novel checked out from our local library. I can only imagine how much we would have enjoyed getting to spend time in a beautiful new facility like Southside. The May Wisenbaker McMullen Southside Library has and will continue to make a huge difference in the lives of those in this community. The renovation and addition, which includes an expanded children's area, a designated young adult space, expansion of the parking lot, and new study and meeting rooms, will only make a bigger impact. From local readers using the meeting rooms to computer training for the elderly, to loanable Chromebooks to help students and residents of all ages, the library is truly a cornerstone of the community, dedicated to serving the information needs of everyone. GPLS is proud to support this project through the administration of capital outlay funds appropriated by the Georgia General Assembly, but it was your outreach to and collaboration with your local and state elected officials, letting them know of the excellent work happening at SGRL that made all the difference. Congratulations to the citizens and leaders of Lowndes County, for you've made an investment that will continue to earn dividends for your community. Thank you.
At this time, we're going to have the ribbon cutting at this point. Can I have all of the Board of Trustees, immediate past, board chairman, please, as well as the representatives from the Valdosta Lowndes Chamber of Commerce to come up for the ribbon cutting.
We're coming.
And of course, City and County. Sorry.
Y'all want to all step in front of this. So let's get up here. Yeah, let's step in front of the podium. All library staff. Countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, good. Yeah, I love pictures, Kat. Can you see from there?
Yeah, we're good.
While y'all hold the props, feel free to on the board, picture of all the board of trustees together. Okay. Yes, you are.
Can we look this way too? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Would you like any other group pictures?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all. Sure.
Getting more pictures. Yeah.
Can we look over here?
Look over here.
Awesome.
All right, if I can have everyone's attention, we're going to move inside to go ahead and do the dedication and ribbon cutting for the children's area, and Mr. Malcolm Mitchell will be saying some words as well there. So if you all can follow us in to our new rededication area in the new library.
We're gonna do a dedication now, huh?
Thank you. Can y'all, are you going to see me back here? Oh, no.
There you go.
You see me?
All right, everyone, and we can have your attention up front here towards the children's area. I'm going to hand over to Mr. Mitchell the microphone so he can say some words right quick.
It is very good to be home. I won't be long. I'll share a few remarks. I'll start by thanking the city of Valdosta. I obviously want to thank the library, the Langdale Foundation, the Eunice Family Foundation, and my wife would be very upset if I did not acknowledge the Alpha Kappa Alpha. For all the other supporters of the library, I am eager to get to know more about you, eager to learn, see how I can help serve our community more than I already am. I also want to point out a few individuals in this room that have had a huge impact on my journey. Not as an athlete, but as an individual just striving to be the best version of himself. I'll start with the Rome family.
Thank you.
Kirsten Rome actually works with my Literacy Foundation, wherever she may be hiding. I like to point out Jeffries Eldridge, wherever you are, Jeffries. Thank you, Dirk, the Harrell family. We appreciate it. And there's no way I could leave out my great friend, Justin Williams. But none of this would have been possible. I would have never had the courage to grab a microphone and share my perspective. I would have never found the vulnerability to try to be the best that I can be, not just for me, but for students who struggle with the same thing that I struggle with, and that person is my mother. She is truly my angel, and I appreciate you dearly, Ma. Thank you. Growing up here, it was very easy to understand the value of football. This is Tattletown, USA. But the truth is, as a child, I thought that the only way for me to find value, the only way for me to be someone, was to be a football player. That my life was dependent on how fast I could run, how high I could jump, and if I could catch that pass while it was floating in the air. And if that did not work out, well, my life was of no value. And the choices I would make would be predicated off of that assumption. Then I started reading. And I realized that that was not true. That through books, through the exploration of all those different stories that I've encountered, that my life was more valuable than that. That I am somebody of worth. I realized that the most self-empowering thing that we can all do for ourselves is read.
Yes.
That does not mean that the journey was easy. That does not mean that I didn't have my trials and tribulations. That does not mean I did not cry, I did not struggle. That does not mean I did not want to give up. But the spirit of VALDOSTA lives in me, and that's to never quit. So I went on that journey to become the best reader that I could possibly be, and I realized it's not just me. That playing football was great, and I loved it. Loved being a Georgia Bulldog. Go Dogs. And unfortunately for the Falcons fans, I love being a New England Patriot. That was low-hanging fruit, I apologize. But it's not football that got me to this point. It did play a huge role. But it's the confidence that I found in myself within every word that I read, every page that I flipped, and every book that I completed. That the cornerstone of us electrifying the best version of ourselves is to be a reader. And that's why I want to inspire kids to read, and that's why I'm so thankful that you're giving me this opportunity to continue that journey. I see the name up there.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, it does make me smile and it makes my heart flutter because I never imagined that I'd be considered worthy of anything outside of being an athlete. But you're showing me, you're showing everyone the power of books. Because it's not football that got that name up there. It's the books. So, like I say every time I interact with the group, read. Read to the best of your ability. Read as much as you can. It does not matter how old you are, and watch the true magic unfold. Watch yourself grow in ways that you have never imagined. Just keep reading. And let's ensure that every child understands that books will help them be the best version of them. Let's go on that journey together. Let's keep it going. And I think this library represents what can truly happen when a group of people decide to come together and stand for things much bigger than their own individual ambitions. Let's read together. Let's succeed together. Let's believe together. But let's use this space for what it's worth. And that's to build a future where we all have an opportunity to be the best version of ourselves. I appreciate you. Thank you.
At this point, we're going to do a ribbon cutting dedication. For many of you who know me, I'm wearing two hats today. So as board chairman of the South Georgia Regional Library, I'm also president and CEO of the Southern Georgia Black Chambers. So it is a special treat and honor as well to stand here amongst these words that have been said that typically reflect what I would say more eloquently said by Mr. Mitchell, but with regards to how we care about this community as well as the other 18 counties that we cover through the Southern Georgia Black Chambers. It's very much an honor, Mr. Mitchell, for us to have dedicated this area to you on behalf of the library. And it's also an honor to be with you amongst our governing board members that are present, amongst our members and our executive leadership team that is here as present, as well as our reigning Chamber Partner of the Year, being the South Georgia Regional Library System as well. So we've got a lot of support behind you and everything that you're doing. I also want to welcome you as you go through this area. Notice the mural that's painted on the wall in the rear. It actually is inspired by Mr. Mitchell's book, The Magician's Hat, which I am proud to say that my son has signed by you. Thanks to my dad.
We are going to donate every picture book that I've authored thus far to the library. Do as you please.
Awesome. So at this time, and I'm sure that will be a very popular book, check that out. At this time, we'll roll out the ribbon for the ribbon cutting, and we'll ask that you provide us with that cutting as well. Okay.
Should I do a dramatic countdown? 1, 2.
All right, everyone's free to roam the library and take a look at the children's in here. Thank you.
What's your name?
My name is Elder Jasper Norwood.
And the reason I want to ask you because I know you worked over here a lot. You did a lot of work.
Volunteer.
And you didn't get paid. That's right. You didn't get paid for it. So what do you think about the presentation and the cutting this evening?
I believe it was a wonderful presentation. You know, there's a lot of things, people work behind the scenes here where they really came forward and let us know that what they did, their contributions. Mainly I really want to give Mr. Mitchell, I really want to give him applause for the work that he's done, you know, as an athlete, in addition to giving back to the community, because a lot of our athletes don't reach back into the community, and I give him kudos for that, reaching back into the community and giving back from which he came from. But the facility as a whole, it's 110% different, because I used to work in here, volunteer in here, and it's just so nice, and it's sorely needed in our community. It's so needed, so badly needed. So I pray that it continues to grow, and I pray that it get utilized by our youth. That's important, but a big issue I believe is transportation. You know, that's what I'm concerned about. The youth haven't get a transportation to get here. So I'm prayerful on this, and I just came from Gainesville, Florida. You know, I'm residing there now. I had to come back to my sister Kathy, you know, and support her.
Well, there's two questions I want to ask you. One, I go across half the state of Georgia.
Yes, sir.
And most all of the libraries look somewhat like this.
Yes.
In terms of its space, their spacing.
Yes.
And now we got one in Valdosta on the south side that is equivalent to the other ones in the state of Georgia. So now my question to you, as you look around here and you used to work out here so much, what's the best thing that you see out here that you think the kids will appreciate?
The study rooms. That's essential. I've been in different parts of the country, and the study rooms, I'm in Florida now, and they have study rooms and a large conference room where you do a lot of things in the conference room. So I'm more impressed with the conference room called community hall and the study rooms, because that's essential for our young people to have one-on-one, you know, in private, because a lot of times they don't want to really be open in their studies. So that's why I say the greatest improvement are those two.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
How you doing today?
Doing great.
What's your name?
David Gilliard, Board of Education, Super Ward East.
And what do you think about this outstanding facility here in our community?
I think it's a welcome addition. I think it's going to do a tremendous for the community. Long time overdue. Outstanding facility. I love it.
Okay, what's your name again?
David Gilliard.
And you on the what?
I'm on the Valdosta City School Board.
Thank you very much. Okay, what's your name?
Miguel Vicente.
Okay, I noticed today when I came out, there's so many people. How do you feel about the turnout? I'm impressed. How do you feel about the turnout?
This is a festival for us. You know, we are celebrating this library. This library, the people in the community, they love this library for many years. And now that we had the opportunity to rebuild the library, you know, they was waiting for that.
Being a professional, and I know you are, I heard you outside, but my question is to you, I'm looking at this facility, and I go across the state of Georgia and other states, and I see that a lot of the libraries have the rooms, study rooms like you all have here. And I just want to thank you all for bringing it up to date, and I think it's something that we really can appreciate. That's my highlight. What you appreciate most about this facility?
You know, if you see the library serve the people from baby to senior and all kind of professionals, and this is what we try to do in the library. You know, we have the young adult area, we have the children area, but also we have a small meeting room that you can see. And with this meeting room, the people they can use for start the business. We have the people, even that they have a business in the library. And also we have the big meeting room that we can even open when the library is closed. So we plan to open this meeting room Saturday, and in this case they can reserve and the people they can open and use the meeting room. But the library is for everybody. You know, we have almost everything for everybody.
Okay, what's your name again?
Miguel Vicente.
And where are you from?
I'm from Cuba.
Cuba? Mm-hmm. I love that country, man.
Yeah, I lived in the country for about 20 years, more than 20 years. And in Georgia, I lived for about, I think, more than 17 years.
Well, I just want you to know that some Americans read, and that's why I love Cuba. I studied the history of it. And some things they say is bad about it, it's not that bad. And I know that because I did study the history of it. And so wherever you go on God's earth, there's some good everywhere on this earth. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All what y'all doing today?
Hey, how are you?
What brings y'all over here today?
One of the family ancestors. This is for.
All right.
Thank you.
What brings you all over here today?
See the new library.
All right, come on in.
He was walking around.
Oh, walking around. Okay, y'all great. Thank you for saying a few words.
Yes.
All right. Very, very active in the community.
I was just saying say that my mother, Evelyn T. Ford, Doris Howard, and Mildred Hunter are smiling down from heaven today because this was their dream.
That is so beautiful.
And
that is so beautiful.
And they have worked hard.
And you work hard too. The time I've known you, you keep walking out. You show up everywhere. I want to thank you for that. Both of you all are community people. Thank you all so much.
You're welcome.
This will be on Boston G.B.R, my YouTube channel.
Okay.
In about 4 days. What's your name today, Doc? What's your name? Brother Roy, what do you think about the facility here today, brother?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. You just sitting back enjoying, huh? You don't get around quite fast as you used to, do you?
But you know, a lot of these people I didn't know. I'm glad I was glad they knew who I was.
Yeah. So we want to thank you for coming out today. A lot of people not here, but you here. You're doing what you've always done. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Rose. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Great. And what's your name?
Beverly Richardson Blake.
And what's your place and what do you do in the community?
A little bit of this and a little bit of that, but currently I am chairperson for the Southside Library Booster organization here for McMullen Southside Library, and it is our day of grand reopening. We're so happy to be here and see the crowd that was here, but we encourage everybody to come in. We do special programming throughout the year for the community, special programs, classes, book readings. We have special guests to come in and share with our community. So we encourage everybody to stop by Southside Library.
Name a few of the historical foundations of the library here who work hard with it. They may not be with us. Call a few of those people's names.
Our three Southside Library Booster founders were Mrs. Mildred Hunter, Mrs. Evelyn Ford, and Evelyn Howard and Miss Ford, who were our first three founders. When they heard word that the library facility was being built in late 1991, early 1992, because our doors opened May 1992, they heard that the facility was being built, but the word was there was no funds for the materials to come in here, the books, and all of those. So those three ladies got busy. We formed the Library Booster organization, got grants, got community to support the opening of the library, and on the day that it opened in May, we had a library with books.
Well, I've known you, you're always moving. Where you get your energy from?
I love working in my community, supporting my people. So I get my energy from that, just doing things that make a difference in the community.
And this is my final question, Dr. Beverly, this is my final question. Out of all this new materials and carpet and tile and everything, what is your most favorite addition or change here at the library? What do you like the most, or you think would benefit the children the most?
I feel like it would benefit the children because one of the things we do sponsor the after-school program. There are a number of other community programs that come in, so we now have a space that can be utilized by the community. And one of our main things is the programming. So we have a community room that will hold more than 25, 30 people. So I'm so happy that we do have a facility that is beautiful, welcoming, and open to our community.
Dr. Beverly, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
That's why I asked you. I know it's not that. If it's something different, I would definitely give you like I said, I'll see it. Because someone might not be on LinkedIn. There it is. I love that.
What's your name?
Dwayne.
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson, what kind of work you doing out here today? I just enjoyed the way you communicate there and highlight this facility. What do you like most about the new facility here in Mark?
Man, great question. The one thing I like about it, by the way, so I'm the chairman for the Board of Trustees with the South Georgia Regional Library, and also the president, CEO for the Southern Georgia Black Chamber, which that's what I want to make sure that's on camera as well. But here at the Southside Library, one thing that I'm most proud of is the amount of state-level resources that are here. So now we've got the same type of resources that are at the Willis L. Miller Library there. And so now you come into this library and there's a dedicated children's area versus a shared community space / children's area. Then also you got the study hall areas where basically over in the back over there, you can actually check out a room, and if you need to have an interview or a job hunting interview or either a resume writing session, you can do that in those areas. Off over to the right a bit of that, you can see basically a teen area. So in that teen area now, our young adults can go over there and have a quiet area where they can read. They can actually check out books. There's also a gaming station, so if they want to relax by playing games as well. The biggest thing that I like as well for being president for the South Georgia Regional Library, not the Georgia Regional Library, but also as the Southern Georgia Black Chamber president, I like this community hall space in the back. So now, what we can do, what we've been doing at the Willis L. Miller Library, we can do here. So now we can provide resources for businesses back here. And so as a matter of fact, on February 23rd, we will be having a meet and greet for the Black Chamber back there. So that's why we're proud of this for two reasons. It uplifts this community, but now we can start doing some activities here in the community from a chamber standpoint.
Yes, sir. And let me add, there's one thing I like about it is the rooms over here. I go across the state of Georgia, and most all the libraries got that. Now we have that. And another thing I like about this library is it's like many of the other, it's open. You can see around. If you hide, you got to be good.
Yeah, you got to be good now. Yes, before, this was closed off. Yes. Certain areas were kind of, like you say, hidden. And then, of course, it was not as much room going back. But like you said, you can stand and you can see pretty much everything. And so it cuts down on a lot of, either suspicious activity or planned activity. But now everybody can be one happy family in the library. Matter of fact, if you're here on the computer as a parent, you can see your kid.
Right.
So,
but one other thing, I want to thank you for the way you conducted yourself today, very professional.
Thank you.
I like the way you communicate, and that's an asset. Everybody can't do that.
I understand.
And above all, I thank you for getting in front of my camera and saying a few words. Thank you.
Not a problem. And I've seen your work, and I appreciate what you're doing as well.
Thank you so much.
No, it's a pleasure to have you, interview me.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
No, and I just want to give a nod just to my parents, Barbara Johnson and deceased, but Hiram Johnson, Coach Hiram Johnson. A lot of the ability that most see, as you just mentioned, as far as being able to just be in front of people, came from him. Put me in some of those.
You got to come from somewhere, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
MLK type stuff, in the back in the day. So I appreciate that.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Peace.
The night where he's in children asleep. I wonder who will wake him, bring him to his feet. Speak now or forever